Yo, what's going on, guys? Master Kev here again with another video. I'm sorry, that came out a little bit bad. Sorry, I still got a little bit of sickness in me, but that's okay. We're doing our last tier list before anniversary, and this one is probably the most important tier list. Again, before we start this, let me say this. This is a tier list. This is purely based on my opinion. I based my opinion. This tier list is going to be based on 55% and 69% units. Again, I am not basing this off of rainbow or 90% units. I am basing this purely off of 55 and 69% units that I have used. I have used all of these units in this. Every unit you've seen here, I have used one way or another at 55 and 69%. Even if it wasn't on my main account, I have used it on different accounts. So I have that little bit of knowledge on every single one of these units. So I consider my tier list to be a pretty good ranking on these units. Again, 55 and 69%. But again, I have to clarify, this is purely based my personal opinion. Everyone has their own opinion. I respect people's opinions. There have been people commented on my previous tier list, and I respect their opinions. You know, I even agree with some of them. Like my boy Jaren, he'll give me his opinions most of the time whenever I do these tier lists, and I agree with him on some of his aspects. You know, like I have to agree with some people on opinions. You know, at the end of the day, opinions, they can go around. There are wrong opinions. But I think most of the time, like with these units, you can kind of switch them around. Like there are some wrong opinions. If you come out here and you tell me that Super Saiyan 2 Int LR Gohan is the best LR, I'm gonna tell you flat out, you're absolutely wrong, and you should definitely reevaluate your dokkan choices. But that's not what we're talking here about. We're gonna start talking about the top 10 best LR pre-anniversary. Again, I'm basing this 59 and 69%. So let's get started with number 10, Gohan. All right, let's go. Let's get it right here. Let's get right into it. All right. So I think Gohan is the number 10 best LR, not Easy A. Again, these aren't Easy A's. I'm combining like Yellow Coin, Carnival, and Dokkan Fest. So like I'm combining all three of them. Just LRs in general. I'm not counting Easy A's or free to play. So Gohan. I got lucky. I pulled him on my main account. I pulled one of him, and then I pulled another one. But I did use him while he was 55 and while he was 69%. So I'm so grateful that I got to use him both 55 and 69% on my main account. Let's get right into it. So biggest flaw with him, specifically 55%, is that you can't get additionals with him. And you want an additional super with him because you want to build him up quick. But if you can't additional super with him, if all he has is 2 additional supers, not additional super, an additional that has a great chance of becoming a super, then you're kind of like teeter-tottering on the fact that you could get it or you couldn't get it. It's hard RNG. But if you have additionals on this Gohan, so you would need to have him either 69% or have good additional equips with him. And even then, there's no guarantee that you will triple super. But if you have him over 69% with more additionals and a better chance for him to double or triple super, then I think he's pretty solid. But as I stand, like I said, I'm judging these guys 55%, he is very lackluster. 69%, he definitely does look better. At the end of the day, it is RNG. And my other complaint with him is that he doesn't greatly raise defense on both of his super attacks. He only greatly raises defense on his Ultra Super. He doesn't do it on his 12th key Super. So that definitely hurts him from, if he double supers or triple supers, it hurts him from getting into a really high defensive stat. He does do a lot of damage, and he does have his Ki Blast nullification, which is actually very useful because a lot of hard bosses do Ki Blast. Like I can think of Broly for an example right now. So that is very useful. That is very useful, and I will give him that. But again, I have to knock him down because 55% and 69%, he's just not it. He's just not it, Chief. So sorry, Gohan. We're gonna have to put you on 10, 55, 69%. He's a very, very good unit. At the end of the day, very good unit. You pulled him, he's still very good, but he's just not as what he could be if he had more copies. So I think this is a good spot for him, 55 and 69%. Next up, we got The boy himself. Cooler. Now, I know this one's gonna make some people mad. Listen to me right now. If you're the majority of the player base, which I'm guessing some of the people that watch me are, you're not a whale. If you're not a whale, you have this guy 55% or 69%. If you have this guy 55%, you definitely struggle. Don't sit, bro. Look at me dead in the eyes right now. Tell me you don't fucking struggle with him. Tell me. Look at me straight in the eyes. I want you to look at me in the eyes right now. Imagine I'm looking at you, rizzed up. Imagine I'm rizzing you up right now, and I'm like, you better tell me some important shit right now. And you actually tell me, without smiling or without laughing, that this cooler 55% is very impressive. I'ma slap you right across the face. Not really. I love you guys. But anyways, I'm joking, but really in reality he is mid as fuck, 55%. Listen, I like cooler. I like cooler as much as the next guy, but when he's 55% and you have to rely, he has the same effect that Gamma 2 and Vegeta Blue and all these units that need to super have. If he supers only once or even twice at most, he'll be okay. He's literally rocking the same defense as Gohan. I only put him higher than Gohan because he has more chances to look better than Gohan, unlike Gohan. But he's rocking the same defense. He's so RNG heavy, it's not even funny. I don't really like this cooler that much because of that. I like Cooler as a character, but this Cooler's kit, 55% and 69%, is not that good. Now, I've seen him rainbowed and 90%. Yeah, he looks fucking amazing, but 55% and 69%, he's not it. He's not it, guys. I like Cooler too. I promise you. Don't yell at the screen, man. Like listen to me, man. I'm helping y'all out. I feel like I'm being pretty fair with these units and my rankings. I feel like I have a good understanding of how I can rank these units because I use these units like everyone else here does. So please trust me, 55% and 69%, he's very mid. After you get more dupes of him, I'm pretty sure he is actually like a really good unit. And maybe like the top 5 or top 6 right now on global currently. But right now, he just ain't it. He really ain't it. Alright, number 8. Let's put him right there. Let's get Cooler out of here. And let's get to him. Alright, this Super Saiyan Goku is one of the most impressive 55% units I've ever used. I do want to put him higher, but I feel like these next units just slightly have the edge on him. But this man, 55% supports, has damage reduction, gives ki to all allies and to himself. It's just crazy. Well, not all allies, all superclass allies. Let me say that. And then when you get him to 24 ki, which he already helps himself out by giving himself ki, you giving him 24 ki, he double supers and double raises his defense. So that's already way better than you would really expect. Like I don't know how to explain it, but this guy is such a good floater that like it's kind of silly how good he is. Like I've used him on some of my showcases, on some of my 130% leader skill showcases and stuff like that, and like he's still that good. He's still that guy. He actually will tank a super from Metal Cooler Core. This man, 55%, will take a super from Metal Cooler Core. Maybe not from other bosses, but from Metal Cooler Core, he will tank a super. Very, very impressive unit. I have to say, guys, he is a very impressive unit. Super impressive unit. Definitely a really well-built unit. I can't wait till I pull more copies of him. 55 and 69%, there's not much that you really want to do with him. Probably additional. Maybe if you want to be quirky, you can give him dodge, but hey, to each his own. He has a scouter, but I've noticed that I don't get his scouter that much because you have to get hit 10 times, and then on top of that, that scouter isn't a multi-turn scouter like Bardock or Vegeta. It's a turn scouter, so whenever he appears, you only get the scouter on that turn. So let me just clarify that, just in case somebody was ever confused about how his scouter works. His scouter is a 1-turn scouter, so it happens when that turn happens, and then he floats away, and then when he comes back, then next turn he gets the scouter again. He only receives the scouter for his turn. He does not apply a scouter on multi-turns. Let me be clear about that. But very, very good unit. Very good unit. Don't have much to say. Don't have like just very good overall floral. Now, I'm gonna put number 7 and number 6 here real quick. So we'll take Goku out. Number 7 and number 6. So before you start yelling at me, this character just got buffed on JP. This character is about to get buffed on global. You're putting the Z duo on with this character, and then you grab that new Super Saiyan full power Goku that just dropped on JP with this character. This character literally just got buffed. He actually just got buffed. Like, once, in my personal opinion, once Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes out, this happens. But until then, I think that these guys are better, the gods are better, just because they have a little bit more help right now. They definitely have more units. We've received a lot of Realm of Gods units, like type of units that have helped out. We just got a God Goku. We got the Int LR God Goku Easy A. We got a Vegeta Blue Easy A. Like, you're not really running Vegeta Blue because he's okay at most. But like I'm saying, like this team, Power Beyond Super Saiyan and movie heroes, have been getting buff after buff after buff after buff. So right now, you're probably running this guy more than you're running the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which makes sense. Like I said, this team just got this. This team keeps getting buffed. So this unit is definitely more usable now than the Super Saiyan 4. But I will find the Super Saiyan 4 being more usable later on in the Dokkan lifespan, I'm guessing. I do like that this unit has dodge over that. I do like dodge over damage reduction. I still like damage reduction, don't get me wrong, but I do prefer dodge over damage reduction. And I think that the gods, when they stack their dodge after they turn into Super Saiyan Blue, I think that is very, very useful. Having them with a 50%, basically you give them 2 rainbow key spheres and they basically have a 50% chance to dodge. To be fair, it's more of a 44% chance to dodge, but that's why I said a 50% chance to dodge, because they get 7% chance to dodge. You give them 2 rainbow key spheres, because I think that's gonna be the most likelihood of you. You're most likely gonna give them 2 rainbow key spheres, so he's gonna be at like 44% chance to dodge, and they look good. 55%, again, 55%. They are actually mid as fuck as well. But 69%, they look very impressive. Just getting that extra copy on both the gods and the Super Saiyan 4s, I think they're very impressive units. Even, like I said, even with just 1 copy, that's all it takes to make them very impressive units. So I will give them to them above the Super Saiyan Goku, only because there's another Super Saiyan Goku that does this guy's job a little bit better up ahead on the list, and you guys already probably know who it is. But I'm not gonna spoil it right now. I'm just gonna let this happen. Well, before we do that, let's get on to the next one, which I believe is number 5, Golden Frieza. Now, Golden Frieza is probably, even at 55%, he probably is the best slot turn 1 unit. That 90% damage reduction that he gets is very, very useful. Now, my one complaint with this Frieza so far is that he definitely has teams, but the teams are kind of lackluster right now, because you have Cooler on the team, and then you have Frieza on the team, but then you don't really have that much villains. This is why villains definitely suffer a lot rather than heroes, because heroes get buffs here and there. Villains gets buffed like once in a while, so we definitely need good villains whenever we have the chance. So this Frieza is good, really good. 55% really good, 69% even better, but definitely we need more villains to help these guys out. We definitely do need more villains to help these guys out. Again, 90% damage reduction. Every turn that passes, he loses 10% damage reduction, up to 30% damage reduction. So even after he's lost all of his damage reduction, he still keeps 30%. And even after just keeping 30%, he's hovering about the same as Goku. But the reason I have this guy is because he starts off with with more damage reduction than the SDR Goku. And on top of that, he's more useful because he's a villain, instead of the Goku being another Super Saiyan Goku that we get, like our 50th Super Saiyan Goku. So, let's move on to the next one. Sorry, guys. The next one, here's the Goku that I was talking about. The next one is this Goku. I unfortunately do not have him on my main account. I will be chasing him next time he comes around. But I did pull him on a side account, and I was able to use it on a couple of my friends' accounts. So I have a decent understanding on how this Super Saiyan Goku looks like. But I will say, again, 55 and 69%, especially 69%, when you give this guy additional, he looks very, very impressive. He stacks defense on his 18 key. He guards when he's above 59% HP. When he revives, he guards for the rest of the battle, that's what you kind of want to do. You kind of want to revive with him. He will recover HP once he does get revived. 60% HP basically. It's 59, but 60% HP basically. And it's very useful. This Goku is very useful. I think his biggest flaw is the same flaw that the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has, and that is that once you fall below 59% HP, you're definitely taking a lot of damage, and that counts whenever the turn starts. If a turn starts and you're under 59% HP, he will not be guarding. If the turn starts and you're above 59% HP, it doesn't matter if you take a lot of damage in the beginning and then you go below 59% HP. As long as that turn is still happening, you will still be guarding. The guard effects happens as soon as the turn starts. So that's why it's kind of iffy, because if you take a lot of damage in the turn where this guy's not at, and then this guy comes into the next turn, he will not be guarding, and his defense will definitely be very lackluster until he gets hit. And even when he gets hit, I know that 59% defense that he gets hit is pretty good, but without the guard, he definitely needs the guard to look very impressive. But his kit is really good. So far he's still, I think, top 5 again on global. Anniversary is about to come out, and we will be seeing changes to this list. But I do think 55 and 69%, this Goku is very impressive, very viable, and you can bring him on all the teams that he is used on. So there we go with number 4. Let's get to the top 3. You guys already know. I'm already gonna put them. You guys already know who they are. I'm just gonna put them. There we go. There we go. All right. Listen. I think Trunks and Vegeta is a very outstanding unit. I love this unit so much. I'm lucky enough that I pulled them again recently on one of the newer banners. I pulled them, and now I have them 90%, and oh my god, they are so good. But I remember using them for the longest time at 55% and at 69%. And what can I say, man? I remember bringing this Trunks and Vegeta to every single event, specifically Red Zone, because they help out. Their biggest flaw is that they can't really be slot 1 once, like if their intro isn't activated, they can't be a slot 2 or slot 3 unit, I mean. But they're definitely one of the best, if not the best slot 1 unit in the game for like hard content in general. But again, very good. They guard, they build up key, they build up attack and defense. It's just, and they build up crit chance. So you don't even really need to give them crit on their hidden potential. You can build this guy to either dodge. I wouldn't suggest dodge, but you could build him dodge, or what I built mine was additional, because you want to try and get more additional so he can keep stacking attack and defense every turn that he gets here. But very impressive unit. It's very hard for this guy to die. Even 55% is very hard for this guy to die, especially if you have him slot 1. I found it like unless if he's not guarding, yeah, he can die really easily. But if he's slot 1, like I said, I find it very hard for this guy to die, even 55%. It's not impossible, but it's very hard. But again, I think the top 2 units, oh my god. I think the top, give me 1 second. Alright, we're back. Sorry, I need to pull Bulma back up. But I think the top 2 units, which are this Piccolo and Bulma, are on a league of their own. I completely think they're on a league of their own, even as good as Vegeta and Trunks are. This Piccolo, when I first pulled him 55%, and then I pulled him again and I used him 69% on some of my 130% runs, this man hard carried. You're not like, you don't understand how good this orange Piccolo is. He has so many versatility to his kit. It's insane. And I think one of the most underrated ones that I personally have found to like use a lot is the fact that he recovers HP and he gets an extra 30% damage reduction on top of the 20% damage reduction that he has. My boy's rocking, if you're regularly using this Piccolo, he's rocking like around 800, 900k defense with 20% damage reduction, which that's already good by itself. That's already really good by itself. He greatly raises the attacks, so this man's like double stacking that shit. And then on top of that, if you do revive, if you do heal up, like let's say you go into a turn less than 20% HP, you get a full heal, now you have a 50% damage reduction. There's nothing killing this man. Actually nothing that kills this dude. When he has that 50% damage reduction up with basically a million defense and greatly raising defense on both supers, this man's insane. And then on top of that, you have a free cheat code with Orange Piccolo where you can just use him, and you have, if you build this guy full crit, which I believe that is the way to go with this guy, if you build this guy full crit, you're doing hella damage with this form for possibly, I'm not, don't get me wrong, it couldn't be that, but possibly you have 3 turns that he can triple super, triple crit every single slot. 20, that's 27 super attacks that he can possibly do. Imagine super attack, peak, he super attacks 27 times crit. Imagine that. I don't think, it's hard to say that that's not good. It's very hard to say that that's not good. But that obviously we're talking about his best performance. Again, you guys will see on my channel, I've done 130% challenges, and I brought this Piccolo at 69%, and you guys will see how dominant he is on some of these challenges. So I definitely will bring him again once the new Omega Shenron event comes out. I will be bringing him on brand new challenges. I will be uploading new challenges on YouTube, so you guys better stay tuned for that. But this all pales, like he is peak, but there's one young lady that is above that peak, and that is Bulma. Listen guys, if you want to bring a non-hype character and make this non-hype character super hype, this is how you do it. Honestly, I think, bro, you could have given this fucking kit to Garlic Jr., and I think everyone would have been in love with Garlic Jr. Even the biggest Garlic Jr. haters would have loved Garlic Jr. You give this exact kit to fucking anyone else, and people will still love it just because of how stupidly broken this is. I don't even know where to start. She guards for 7 turns. She builds up damage reduction. She changes key spheres, so she's changing it for herself, but she also helps out everyone else on the team because it helps out, like, it helps clear the field and give you more options. And then she has an active skill where she changes all the key spheres into red, into SDR key spheres, I mean. And then, like, basically it gives her attack and defense 17% per key sphere turns. Oh, and everyone else on the team besides her is super effective against all time for 1 turn. Oh, and all allies get 7 key. Forgot, I'm sorry. And I think something that's very undermined about this, about the active skill in general, is that it's basically a free heal. It's basically a free sensu bean, because by the time that she gets that and she collects all those orbs, you're basically, it doesn't matter how much HP you're at, you're basically healing that shit up all the way up. I have her 55%. Guys, I have this Bulma 55%. and she sometimes performs better than my Piccolo that is 79%. I mean, my Piccolo, my orange Piccolo is 79%, and this Bulma performs better than him. This Bulma, you see all these teams right here? If you're not running Bulma on every single one of these teams, then what are you doing? Literally, like actually, what are you doing if you're not running Bulma on? If you have Bulma and you're not running her on all of these things, you're literally setting yourself up for like failure, basically. She is. You know how we have units here that we say sometimes like, oh, this unit could be better if we had the help. Motherfucker, she is the help. She is the help. Bruh, she is the fucking help. She is her. This blue-haired chick is her. She's doing everything. She will carry the team by herself. Bro, I will run any day of the week. I will run a double Bulma 150 team any day of the week. That's how strong she is. That you can run double Bulma 150 team and she still will carry. Like that's insane. It's insane to say that this Bulma is just that good. Even I have her 55% and she's just that good. She's just that girl. But this list will definitely change. I don't think it'll change too much, but this is what I value the units and the characters. 55% how good they are, 55% and 69%. Again, this is my personal list. If you guys have a different list, let me know in the comment section below. I am more than willing to hear some of you guys out. Let me know, who do you think, like if you would change anyone here and where would you put them? Like I'm interested, you know, like at the end of the day, this is just my tier list. This is how I value units. I've used every single one of these units on this tier list. I'm lucky enough to have a couple private servers in my disposal, so I can grab some units and I can use them here and there and base them off of how they perform. But anyways, that's it. That's my tier list. If you guys made it till the end, thank you guys for watching the video all the way till the end, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.